Becca one, might be crazy, but I ain't dumb. Crazy Cooter coming at ya. Welcome to Update 5, guys.
Just a good old boy, never meaning no harm. Beats all you never saw, been in trouble with the law since the day they was born. Straightening the curves, flattening the hills. Someday the mountain might get them, but the law never will. Making their way the only way they know how. That's just a little bit more than the law will allow. Just a good old boy, wouldn't change if they could. Fighting the system like a true modern day Robin Hood.
Well, howdy folks, and we're back in Hazard. I thought I'd better explain what I am actually doing because I am going way ahead of myself and I'm not filming any of it. So, this is the stuff that I started out with, which is dreadful. Using this orange, you get a ton of orange peel, and I mean a ton, and I wasn't happy. It was a nice colour, if you remember, very bright. So what I did was I wet sanded the body like crazy. Got it nice and smooth, got rid of all the nastiness, and then I really wanted to use acrylics on it. Now this is more of an enamel base, which, you know, you can mix enamel and acrylic, not together, but what I did was with using that paint, and then I got myself some artist matte varnish. Now this stuff is fantastic. I mean, you pay like £5 for a can of matte varnish. I think this was a £5, and I've had this for what? Well, I got it for the X-Wing, so about 6 months it's lasted me, and I'm just there. So add a bit of water to it and you can shoot it through your airbrush. So I matte coated this guy. It looks pretty cool matte coated actually, but anyway, we matte coated it, let that dry, and then I used the Citadel. Now this is the Troll Slayer, you can't see for that paint, but Troll Slayer orange. Now on its own it's not that great, but what I've done with this guy is I added a bit of black, and I've also put about 4 drops of red in it, and I've given this a very light dusting of it, and same with the hood and what have you there. So we're up to this stage now. The fenders are looking okay apart from this one. Now there isn't a lip, but you can still, even on camera there, you can still see that line, and it just won't go. So I'm going to build up the layers of paint, and hopefully that will fill the gap. If not, then I'll have to put some more filler on it, which I don't really want to do because it's just backing and forwards all the time. Got a bit further with the interior, so we've got our rusted interior there. I've seriously beefed up this roll cage so it looks more like, and also we've got seat belts for the stuntman. With all the clasps and what have you inside. We've even got inner tubes on the seat for him so he doesn't compress his spine on landing. Suspension is all in correct position. We've got everything mounted. We've hooked up the battery, which I think I mentioned before, but anyway, I'll mention it again. Now when I put the body on this guy, we're literally like maybe ½ a mil too big. Now I'm not going to bother ripping all this out because it took a while to do it, so I'm just going to take the Dremel and just shave off maybe a mil from these corners here, and then the body should sit down nice and snug on that. That's hoping. Hopefully that's what'll happen. But yeah, we've got the side camera pretty much finished. But if that's coming out. So we've got our lens in there, so that's all good, and I've got 2 holes ready for the mounting rods. So as this guy is flying through the air, something like can't remember what, I think it's like that, or is it like that? I don't, like that or like that, I don't know. But anyway, the cam will be mounted somewhere about there. So that's that. This guy's nearly ready for another coat of orange. I'm going to add a little bit more red in the paint. One, it's going to last me longer because it's quite a lot to cover. And then, yeah, I need to order myself some Molitor refill chrome for all the windowsills. I'm not sure what I'm going to do about the back window because it doesn't have a frame, and it should have a frame going to the side. So maybe some evergreen styrene might be getting ordered just to put something in there. But then again, I'll have a look at the clear part because the clear part might have the frame moulded into it. So we'll have to have a look at that first. But yeah, I think the car itself, the chassis and all that, that's good to go. We're just working on this guy now, which is the fun part of getting this guy looking nice and orange. Get the decals on him. I don't know whether I'll get around to decals because I'm not still 100% sure on what I'm actually going to do with that yet. Like I said previously, I might have to go ahead and use the kit supplied ones, which are not correct because they're way too long and big. But then again, it might work, you know, it's not far off. I could always cut them out individually and put them in position, but the space in between General and Lee, it's not big enough really. It should be a little bit bigger, but it may do, it may do. And of course the dreaded flag, which is at the other side. So once that guy's on there, we're starting to get a picture now of what he's going to look like. So yeah, fun times. So that's it for now, guys. I'm going to add a bit more red to my paint and do another layer on this guy. So we'll be right back, guys. Alright guys, yeah, so this massive piece of plywood here, this is what our base is going to be made up of. So we're going to cut a wedge out of this for the diorama base itself. Oh, I have to do a special mention as well to Jamie, who's commissioned me, and you'll never guess what. Yep, that's right, it's another General Lee. So thank you, Jamie. I'll probably get around to it in January. We'll get Christmas out of the way with first. But he wants a 1/24 scale junker basically. So we'll probably do it pristine, then we'll heat up the plastic and we'll bend it so it looks like it's been in a jump, and then we can rust the hell out of it. Maybe have a tree growing out of it, I don't know. But yeah, we'll probably get around to that in January, I think. So it's going to be a busy year next year. We've got General Lee's to do, we've got Voyager to do, and I'm sure, no doubt, there'll be something else to do as well. So looking forward to it. But at the moment, let's get on with this General. So yeah, just wanted to share that, guys. Thank you, Jamie. See you later. Okay, we're back. So what I've done, right, is it's had three layers altogether of different tones of orange, basically. Just adding drops of red. So what I've done now is I've wet sanded this guy down. Don't worry about them because, well, actually I'll sand that down a bit more just there. But yeah, we're getting a nice smooth paint job now. It does look patchy at the moment, but that's all the different tones of orange coming through when I sanded it. Same with the hood as well, you can see different tones of orange coming through that. Yeah, so that's about as far as I've got so far, guys. I'm going to have to go to the store and get myself some more orange paint and a bit of white as well, because I've mixed up the last coat. But if I show you an example I've gone a tad shade too dark, you can just see it there, and I don't know if I'd like the car. Actually, you know what, it might be okay once it's drying out. It is lightening up a little bit, so maybe I might do one of the valances that goes on the bottom of the car there, the back side of one, and just see what it looks like, leave it to dry. But yeah, I'll be back as soon as I've got something else to show you guys, so hang tight. Alright guys, we're back. We've done the final coat. What I did was I just mixed up a custom colour again. It's a bit more Corvette flame red, as the early cars were. I think it was the GM 75 Corvette flame red, if I remember correctly. So yeah, this guy's had a coat. The only thing to do now is just take some 2500 grit and wet sand the body. Then this guy's ready for clear coat, but before that I need to paint the back panel black. But we've got the hood done and all that good stuff. I've been thinking about ordering from J-Bot decals, because he does a 1/16 scale. Now I wasn't sure whether they'd look correct or not, but a fella called Kenneth Gibson on Facebook showed me a picture of his General that he was working on. He'd used them and they looked spot on. So we won't be getting round to decaling in this update, I'm sorry guys. We'll get the General probably done with the paint, apart from the chrome. But yeah, I think I'm going to order them from J-Bot, which is pretty cool because I need Fall Guy decals, and I also need 1/24 scale decals for the other General that I'll be doing in January. So that's all good. So thank you, Kenneth, for that. It's nice to have a picture to see what it actually looks like once it's on the car, and it just saves me the hassle of cutting out individual letters and placing them, because even if I do that, they're still going to be the wrong size anyway, so you might as well get what works. So that's it guys. I'm going to just let this set in, wet sand it, clear coat it, not clear coat it, do the black panel. It's a bit early this morning, I apologise, and then clear coat this guy, and then I'm going to get some decals ordered. So yeah, we'll be back soon guys. And we're back guys. Yeah, mixed up the custom paint, that's been done. I've just gone ahead and I've just gloss coated the General. So now the gloss is on, I'm just going to leave that to set up and dry. There are a few areas where some other colour after the wet sanding's come through. Now I'm not sure, I've also done the back panel as well. Yeah, there are a few sections where I might just go in and just airbrush just a bit more paint on that, especially on the roof. I mean the roof is covered mainly by the flag anyway, so but yeah, I'll probably just do some touch-up painting on that. The hood's done, that's been glossed, so I'm just going to let this all set up now, and yeah, I think that'll probably do it for this update guys. I've also done a pin wash just in the grill there, but again it's a bit black for my liking, so I might just go and dust over some paint over that, and then it'll still be dark but not as bad as that. Yeah, the only thing I've got to do now is to order a load of stuff. We're going to get on to J-Bot and order me decals for the flag and General Lee. It also gives you the crossed flags for the back, which I might add. I doubt the stunt car had it, but it's a little extra detail, so I might just do that. We're also going to build an antenna for this one. I don't normally bother with antennas because they end up just snapping off basically, but it's a decent size, so yeah, we'll probably put an aerial on him. And then of course, once all the decals are on and it's all sealed, then we're going to get the Molitor chrome out and do all the chrome in on that and that. I did have a look at the rear window, It doesn't look like the window has a frame on it, but there might be enough space for me to actually just cheat a little and still put a frame in without adding plastic to it, because at this stage I don't want glue marks all over it. So I should have checked it before I started really, but you know, there you go. So yeah, I'll place the window in, see what it's like, and then I'll probably just use a Molotow pen and just create that window frame around the rear window. The front one's fine because that's moulded in already, so we'll just mask along that line. That's why there's not much paint there, because it doesn't need it, because it's going to be chrome anyway. The next one is wipers, windscreen wipers. I need to find some to put on the car, but apart from that, we're in good stead. I need to decide how big this base is going to be for this car. I'm going to have it at an angle. It's not going to be like that, it's going to be jumping somewhere, get it in camera, about that angle there, with all the dust effects on it, which will be a lot. Finished doing the camera as well, which is here. And this guy is going to be mounted. Is that in shot? Yeah, just somewhere about there or something like that. So it should look pretty good once it's all together. I'm not really that fussed about the paint job itself, because being a stunt car, it only had to last about 5 seconds. So if there are imperfections in it, I'm not really that bothered, as long as it has the general look, if you mind the pun. Because you can see where I've wet sanded it and there's still scrapes in it, but like I said, this is going to be covered. But I might just dust over a bit of colour just on like bits like this that's a bit naff looking. But everything else is fine. I'm quite happy with the paint. If we take a look at a little general here, not a million miles away, and I think it's more in scale with the size of the car is the paint, because the earlier cars were darker like, but yeah, I think that'll do it guys. So I'll catch you in update 6 I think, and hopefully by then we'll have decals, we can start putting the flag on, the 01 on the door and all that good stuff. Once we get the car all built up, then it's on to the base and that ridiculous jump that we're going to do. So I'll catch you in a bit guys, see you later. So I lied guys, we're back, but check this out. It's a blizzard in Hazard. As you can see, we're fairly high up here. Don't know if the camera's actually picking up the snow or not, but yeah, it's snowing. Must be Christmas or something. So anyway, if we head back in actually, let's have a look at this guy a minute. Don't want him to get covered in snow, but yeah, forget that. I don't want to cover it in snow. But yeah, done another paint job and done another gloss coat. That's a lot better now. We're looking more like, just let that set up, then I'm going to mask off the back panel there, and we're going to hit that with some matte. But yeah, we're all good guys. I won't bother showing you that segment, I'll show you in the next one. So we are out of here. I'll catch you in update 6. See you later.